Hello everyone. So today we are going to see how to grab the list of CloudFormation stacks from the terminal, and we will also see how to query CloudFormation stacks so that it can only return specific details for each stack. All right. So without further ado, let's start. So the command I'm going to try today will look like this. It will start with AWS followed by CloudFormation, and then we will type list stacks. And if we press enter, then it will return the list of stacks that are created in our AWS accounts. So you can see the list is quite big. I mean, it might be difficult for us to go through them all. So what we will do, rather than getting all the details for each stack, we want specific details for the stack. For example, we might not be interested on creation time. We might not be interested on root ID. So we don't need those details. So what we're going to do, we will refactor the command so that it will return only specific details for each stack. But before I doing that, what I will do, I will try to understand the structure of this JSON response. So what I'm going to do, I will rerun the command again, but now this time I will export the response in an external file, and let's give a name called response.json. So you will not see any response here because the response has been exported into response.json. All right, so let's open that file. And if I open that file, we can see that the response are here, right? So we can see the response has been exported into an external file called response.json, right? So what we're going to do, we will copy the whole response and we will open a JSON editor and we will paste the response here so that we can visualize the structure of the response. So we can see the response has almost more than hundreds of stacks. That means more than hundreds of stacks have already been created in my account, right? And all the stacks belong to stack summaries. All right. And if we look at first stack, which is in index 0, we can see the structure of each stack. For example, I believe for each stack, it will return stack ID, stack name, creation time, last updated, stack status, drift information, and so on. So we might not be interested on all those details. For example, in this case, I just want only stack ID and stack name to be returned. I don't bother about other details. So we will refactor the command so that it will only return stack ID and stack name. That's it. So I will go back to my terminal and I will refactor the previous command, but this time I will add a query flag and I will specify what I want to be returned. So if I go back to my JSON editor, you can see all the stacks belongs to stack summaries. So I will specify stack summaries, and then I will specify wildcard. That means I want every single stacks to be returned, but we don't want all the information. What we want stack ID to be returned, and it will be mapped with ID. And we also want stack name to be returned, and it will be mapped with name, right? So that the command will look like. So that's all. I will press enter, and you will see I will get the same response, but it looks much better than previous one. This response doesn't return everything. It just return ID and name for each stack. So we can see with the query flag, we can customize what we want to be returned. And that's all I want to tell you, how to return list of CloudFormation stacks and how to query them so that it can return only specific details, right? So that's all. Thank you.